There's a reason you were born. Now, it may not be solving the biggest issues that we're facing in the world. It doesn't matter. But there's a reason you're here. My name is Lage, and this is Sobat, where I talk about social sustainability and sometimes more philosophical matters. In this video, we're diving deeper into how you create value for the world. Whatever you're here to do, it will create different value for different people. Just through your existence, you are improving the world, even if it may not be visible for you. You'll never be able to fully see the traces that your life has left behind. People may tell you how they feel about you, how you contribute to their world, and in general this is something that we all should be better at doing. But sometimes it's more visible how much you have impacted the world and the people around you when you are no longer here. One thing is certain: you bring value to the world, and a lot of it. Now, how that may look like is different. It has different forms. The value you bring to the world exceeds what you think it is. Your value is just by existing, just by being you, just by being here. And with your existence, you are actively improving the world through your interactions with other people, whether it be with strangers or with people you love. Our kindness and our empathy is what enables us to create positive changes in the world and to create value for people around us. Now, this may be harder if you are struggling. Sometimes the way that we feel about ourselves is can turn into hatred if we have low self-esteem. Some people hate on themselves, and some people hate on others. So some people internalize it and some people externalize it. And of course, this externalizing and even the internalizing of hatred can have negative impacts on the people around us. So there is a connection between how we feel about ourselves and how much we are positively impacting the world. And it doesn't mean that if you are struggling, because my dear friend, all of us do in this crazy world, it doesn't mean that if you are struggling, you are not having a positive impact on the world, because I know so many people dear to me that despite all of their struggles are filled with kindness and empathy and respect and helpfulness. You know, all of these qualities that a person can have are not eliminated because a person struggles. But still we have to recognize the dangers of hate as well. Seeing it all in the bigger picture. Everyone has resources and everyone has internal power. And these are the things that we can tap into to interact in positive and healthy ways with ourselves and with our surroundings. I also know that my words are coming from a place of privilege. I am one of the most, among some of the most privileged people in the world. I'm white, my skin is white, I'm an academic, I am thin, I cis, all of these categories of identity that we can place ourselves into. I am among one of the most privileged people in the world, and I do recognize this fact in terms of some people facing limitations in terms of how much they can do for the world. But also I want to tell you that sometimes our trauma, the oppression we experience, are what will enable us to create positive changes. So it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, how you look like, what categories of your identity is being oppressed by society, and what trauma you have survived. You are still have a positive impact on the world just by being you. No, and the way that you impact the world in a positive way, the way your life creates value for the world, is through your actions. And actions can be in the form of interactions, and they can also be plain actions. Now, as human beings, as social creatures in this world, a lot of what we socialize a lot. So even a small thing such as smiling to a stranger or a colleague or a loved one, or sending a kind word, or being grateful. It can be a lot of things that will make a positive impact. And of course, like I said previously, some actions will be more negative because they may stem from a place of hate. And no, I'm not I can also be a victim of this hatred, but I think it's also something with power. Like, if you are oppressed, you will sometimes have some hatred towards your oppressors, and even some people, they may be oppressed within their own groups, and they will have that hatred towards other groups. And it's all very complicated, but so some of our actions may have a negative impact, and some may have a neutral impact. And as long as we are aware of the ones that have a negative impact, and we work on our trauma, if we're able to, I know not everyone is, if we work on these things and healing and improve how we view ourselves, then we are also improving the world around us. But please know this: you bring value to this world. If you have watched this far, I just want to thank you very much, and I'm sending you peace and love.